What the president is doing is saying that education needs to be returned to the states, that where education is best taught and is best understood, where it's closest to the child. He wants parental rights protected. He wants to make sure that students are not trapped in failing schools.
Another Supreme Court victory for President Trump. Justices giving the green light for the White House to dismantle the Department of Education and proceed with mass layoffs. Trump celebrating this win on Truth Social, writing this. The Supreme Court has handed a victory to parents and students by returning the Education Department's functions back to the states. The federal government has been running our education system into the ground, but we're going to turn it around by giving power back to the people. And there's a large swath of the country that would love to see this, Brian. They really think everything's been mishandled. But this is also, so there's two issues here. One, the power going back to the states, but also, again, the Supreme Court issuing this ruling to Trump and showing that lower courts just...
You should be able to dismantle a division of the government if you're the President of the United States. I know Justice Sotomayor feels differently. I understand that. A couple of things. Linda McMahon, when she got her job, goes, I'm looking to put myself out of business. Right. She's been the most consequential, one of the most consequential secretaries for helping me out and helping out Long Island, taking on the politically correct name of the Chiefs and the Warriors and doing that hard work there, now suing and getting American Indians involved, to actually taking on the elite education that's saying there's too many foreign students and the anti-Semitism won't last and the curriculum better be diversified. But I personally, fundamentally, still have not had it effectively explained to me that if you're upset by the way education is done in our country, that the American history is not taught and kids aren't functioning, we're not getting the results, how does lessening control help you? Because Chicago's only going to get worse. The people that have a different philosophy are only going to go more in that direction because they're going to get free from oversight.
I think the answer to that is they just really don't give a damn, and they say they do, but they don't. And the stupider American kids get, the more power and control they get, and that's why they want the status quo to remain. Mark Andreessen, one of Dagan's favorites, in a leaked message said this. Let's see. He torched the top universities, saying they've, quote, declared war on 70% of the country. That's just the university aspect of it. On the primary education aspect of it, Brian, we've talked about this a lot. Give parents school choice. Give them the opportunity not to pay taxes that go to an education system they don't like, and they can homeschool or they can go to private school. But the wokesters who are controlling the system and brainwashing the kids, they don't want that, because if you have choice, you will exercise that option.
Well, what Trump's doing is he's trying to push this down to the state level. So, like in Chicago.
But some states, he's not going to want it at the state level.
No. But here's, so you push it down to the state level and say, you guys have to figure this out. The beauty of doing it at the state level is people can vote with their feet. Okay? So if you send it to Chicago and Chicago says, no school choice, we love the way it's always been done, it just creates more incentive for people to leave that state. I mean, like, the Department of Education was providing any useful oversight for American education. I mean, if they were doing anything, we wouldn't have Chicago's. And in fact, I mean, in my, this is a university level, but my experience with the Department of Education and the federal bureaucracy, period, is they didn't help you at all. They put restrictions in your way and regulations and rules. You got to start letting these people use that bathroom. And we're not going to give you any, we're not going to prove your accreditation if you're a religious component to your school. All of that stuff. How did that help education in America? To me, I'm saying devolve it. Devolve it and let them deal with it at that level.
Is a cesspool. And if you choose to live there and you want to go down that route, more power to you. I mean, that's not my issue, but I just think that this offers red states more of an opportunity to change the system a little.
I agree, but to play devil's advocate, let me agree with Brian.
Devil.
No, I'm going to try to agree with you. I actually, in theory,
still the devil,
this,
though.
Brian, agree, school choice, and as a parent, I want to control with the voucher where my child goes. But if we talk about Chicago or inner city New York, the poor kids don't have the opportunity to leave. The wealthy can move. I can go to Jersey, I can go to Florida, whatever. An inner city black kid in Chicago, his mom can't move to the suburb with the nice school. So he's trapped there, that little kid. That is a death sentence for that kid to be trapped there. What then when that just gets worse as the wealthy leave and leave?
No, I agree, but the DOE has provided cover for local districts to do the things that are destroying education.
But why not fix the DOE then?
Because we are fixing it. We don't need a DOE to provide oversight. They've never provided oversight for schools such that they've made schools better. Since 1979, where have test scores gone? Up or down? Have they ever gone up? Have they ever gotten better? They've always gotten worse. It's the wrong mechanism. It assumes the government can do a parent's job, and that's never going to work.
Or make the tests easier.
Yeah, there you go.
That's not going to help. Jacob.
Great equation.
I will eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I find it so delicious what the Trump administration has tried to do to the elitist hate cult
It's awesome.
indoctrination
I never thought they could.
factories at the universities. You mentioned that what Mark Andreessen said. Here's just the quote of what he was talking about. Stanford University and MIT are operating as, quote, mainly political lobbying operations fighting American innovation. That look at the sharp rise in foreign enrollment at top universities. You look at foreign enrollment rates at the biggest universities that went from 2 to, say, 4% 50 years ago. They are now 27, 30%, 50%. There's the fundamental question. What level of untapped talent exists in this country that a combination of DEI and immigration have basically cut out of the loop for the last 50 years? And how long can we have this story to everybody in the Midwest and in the South that says, sorry, because of historical oppression, your kids are out of luck? That's what these universities have done. And the tech companies know it because they're the ones that hired these left-wing nut anarchists out of these universities in like between 08 and 11 and came into the companies, and they saw them, as Andreessen himself said, join tech companies to figuratively burn them to the ground. That said, why are there so many white men on your board? Why are you a for-profit company? You better stop emitting carbon. And all of the tech executives, the people who founded these companies, knew that what these universities were up to, and they kept hiring people from them. Just stop hiring people. You know what? Starve them. These tech companies have the ability, these large American companies have the ability to starve these universities. Stop hiring from them. Start hiring out of high school. Go into the South and the Midwest and give somebody who's 18 with a brain a chance. You train them. Don't hire somebody with a Harvard degree. Screw Harvard.
I'm glad I have a job, though.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Or MIT, or Yale,
Yeah.
or I could go on.